I'm just a D girl from around the way with a whole lot of shit to say. It's your girl, KD.
It's your hostess with the mostest. It's Kiki.
What up, though? It's your boy, Bigtay, a.k.a. Pure Motivation. And I love how she held that line out on Kiki. What's good, y'all? What's going on?
Hey, I didn't know you heard that.
Hey, it was beautiful. It was a nice note that was hit. Yeah, she hit that note, man. Man, so I feel like it's been a minute, y'all. What's going on? Anything new going on? How was y'all?
We still quarantined.
Quarantine shut down.
Yep.
Man, all right. So let's go ahead. Let's jump into some stuff, man. I got a couple things that I want to bring to the table. Y'all can help some people out here, man.
Little tangible information.
We're gonna jump right into this piece of tangible information. Okay, so we have a situation. Maybe you can help this person out. Now, you know, it's quarantine time, so a lot of companies are laying off, shutting down, whatever. And then we have certain companies that laid off for 2-3 weeks, and then they're ready to come back up, you know. But when they come back up, it won't be full time because we still quarantined down.
Right.
So it's still going to be on a part-time basis. So there's an individual who is hesitant on wanting to come back now that the place of employment is opening back up because they don't want to miss out on the unemployment that they have yet to receive.
Oh, no.
Like they
say they know it's coming.
So, right. So they know it's coming. They filed for it. They didn't get a denial. They like, okay, bet. But the unemployment plus the $600 that they give in a week is going to be more than what they would make if they were to come in. So they are confused on what they should do. Should they come back? Because I tell y'all what I said afterwards. And I just want to hear what y'all thoughts on this first. So what do y'all think? Y'all think this person should go back and, you know, deal with whatever they have to deal with, get the little hour that they are going to get, because it's probably going to be 40, but it might be 30, you know?
Well, legally, if they get asked to come back to work, then it will mess up their unemployment anyway.
Right.
So you will be stealing at that point, and you will be asked to pay that money back. So you might as well just take your ass on back to work.
I say you should go back and get the underemployment because that's something that's offered. You know what I'm saying?
Only if you've been there for at least a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you can get the underemployment. So I would say do that.
But I don't know how many hours it is either.
For the underemployment?
Yeah.
It's
a certain amount of hours that you...
But if he getting 30 hours, so he will only need, 10 hours from...
I don't think they do it like that, though.
Oh.
I think if you making 15 hours, I think it's like a low ball. I don't think it's like you get it. If you making 30, 35 hours, you would just get paid for the hours that you miss. I don't think it works.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I mean, like she said, the danger is that if you choose to collect the unemployment, because I know a lot of people feel like they get more money because they get that additional $600, so they get more money by not working. But the problem is paying that back times 10, because you don't just pay back dollar for dollar. You got to pay back plus the penalty.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying?
That's a chance you take.
It's a big risk,
too. You can get away with it for a while because people did it at my job, but eventually they will catch you.
Yeah.
And you will have to pay that money
and
back. Then you won't be able to get unemployment
That's
again.
what I was about to say, too. Then you put yourself in a situation if you can't, when you going to need it and you can't get it. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's dangerous.
And so that was my advice, was that first off, if your job opens back up and they ask you to come back, you kind of got to go back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you could qualify for the underemployment, but you have to, you can chat with the agent. I know it's hard to get through with people these days, but you can chat with the agent and see what they say. And you can even ask, like you're asking for a friend, if you don't want them to look into you or whatever. I don't know. But what I found out was, like, with me being in my position, for one, it's really illegal for me to even help somebody when it comes to that part, because it's a conflict of interest.
Yeah, because the goal, honestly, we all know the goal is for the company not to have to pay.
Exactly.
Right. But if you giving them all the right answers to the questions, then it's like you on their side, not the company side.
So I'm almost in the room as a union rep. You know what I'm saying? Call me the UAW out here, the TAW.
Oh Lord.
But no, but I'm like, if you, so he like, yo, can you see if, who put down the information for why we not coming back type stuff. And I'm like, I don't have nothing to do with that part. But my advice, so he's willing to take whatever repercussions come behind it because he want the right now. I'm like, you got to think long term. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's hard to say. Because I remember I was at a point where I was on the right now. Like, I'm going to still
but
get
then,
it.
The crazy part is, bro, why you ain't been able to save no money? You can't go
nowhere.
nowhere.
You're not going anywhere. So, right.
But you got to be able to get the money to save it, though.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
But like I say, have been laid off for a while.
Yeah, if you've been laid off for a minute and you haven't gotten your money to come in
and
yet.
That's a lot of people right now,
and
too. So if you don't have anything saved, you kind of like shit out of luck.
That's true.
And
It's been almost 2 months since we've been off, and some people haven't even received one check from unemployment. No $600, no anything.
And that's what I like about the state is really trying to step in and help as much as they can.
But you got to remember, it's thousands and thousands and thousands of people that are unemployed right now.
Yeah,
so
that's what
it's
I know. So
they are probably bombarded with
claims,
overwhelmed with
trying to get stuff approved. Like
people were they were on the phone for 6 hours with unemployment, on hold.
But you know what? And they tell you that though.
To
like in the beginning of the call, when you call, they say if you're waiting to talk to somebody, your estimated hold time. Yeah, they tell you that. So you just sit on hold.
My niece, she worked for Chrysler. She worked for the Warren plant, but she was on hold with them the other day for over 4 hours.
That's crazy.
Somebody picked the phone up and they lost the connection.
Yeah. No, I ain't losing connection.
They hung up.
I got that same.
But then she had to call back. Because no information was ever exchanged, so it's not like the people could have called her back.
But
so then she called back again and waited another 4 hours. Literally 8 hours of her day gone.
God.
But they, what they're doing is they're urging you.
To do. We're off, so you have plenty of time.
She was on there. She was like, I cooked breakfast on hold.
Right.
She was like, then it was lunchtime. I'm still on hold. I cooked lunch for the kids. She got 2 little daughters, so it's horrible. She said she just had her phone on the charger and she just had her earbuds in.
Yeah.
And then when her earbuds died, she put them on the charger and got her husband earbuds and just kept rotating the earbuds until finally she got a hold of somebody who was completely unhelpful.
So she didn't even get anything accomplished.
So I know somebody who worked in that field, and they were saying that a lot of that happens because they kind of urging you to do it online.
Yeah, but they crashed the site.
I was about to say, even that is hard because it's still, you get halfway through and it'll kick you out.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people I know, though, they did it online, but then had complications where they needed to talk to an agent.
Yeah.
So it's they input, maybe they answered the wrong question or something. Yeah. And now they have to get it fixed, and now they have to talk to an agent. Yep. So,
and then you gotta realize too, these people working from home. So ain't no call centers open. Everybody working from home. Yeah. So you on hold. You could be on hold because somebody just not available in the queue. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So.
I'm glad I didn't have any problems. I did mine online, and I do it in the middle of the night where everybody's sleeping. It's 2 a.m.
You're like, let me go.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you gotta do.
Online, and I have my check in the next day or two. Yep.
And that's what the thing was. So I had one of the employees came up there, and they was really cool when they were talking to me. So I didn't even realize that it was an issue at first until I heard the loud, arguing tone coming out of one of the other officers as I walked past. And I'm like, what happened? So my partner came out he is pissed off.
But that's because he mad at the manager because he thinks the manager did something, but it's not him, it's HR. You know what I'm saying? So,
but see what happens is when you in a company where you don't see HR, then your manager is HR to you. You know what I'm saying?
You see is the that you will
so you in charge of this building. You did this. Yeah. You didn't do whatever you supposed to do. Now I can't get whatever I supposed. I was just looking. I'm like, y'all got to think about it. But that's why he bypassed me because he knew I was gonna talk logic into his head. And he's gonna be like, I guess I am mad at the wrong person.
He won't logic. He
won't be mad. He as soon as I see him, I'm gonna talk to him. And my partner was
that's the one thing that people will get mad for. Money.
Yeah.
Okay. That is the one thing that gets everybody.
Especially when you think it's coming, and then you get that letter no, you don't qualify. You like, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I could have still been working, which he couldn't have been, but
Right.
that's how he think. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling
And then you
you.
got to realize that the manager was the one who told him that he was laid off.
Right.
And was like, oh, you can get unemployment, like whatever.
Right.
So now that it's not the way he
Option.
thought it was going
Right.
to be,
Right.
who else he going to blame but the person who gave him the information?
I would be pissed.
It's it's nobody else to blame in his mind.
Cause I know my man had one of these guys I know he filed his taxes. He wasn't really expecting to get the tax money back because he had child support going. So he was like, I'm filing my taxes, but that's just to get him off me. Then he heard the stimulus. He was like, bad. So I'm gonna get the stimulus. Then before the stimulus hit, somebody hit and ran on his truck, right? Tore up the front end. And he like, bet I'm gonna use the stimulus money to get back right.
Right.
Boom. Then he got a letter like, nah, we snatching that up too. And he was like, dog, what am I? I'm like, whoa, that
sucks.
man. I'm like the only good.
I mean, that's what happens when you behind in child support, though. They
He hit me, but see with him, it hurt him a little bit because he like, man, I'm trying so hard to be right now because he always took care of his kids, but he just never had a job. He was always in the street.
Oh, okay.
So he was taking care of them with the street money.
Right,
So the system, he behind.
Right.
And so now that he like, I'm trying, this is the first job I ever had that I'm going to be hired in. And because he used to get jobs just to get off the court, you know what I mean, whatever, then boom.
Right.
So he like, the first time he was so happy, but then everything started transpiring. So he hit me up like, man, I need some good news. I said, you ain't got the Rona, dog. You ain't got the Rona. Because you could have the Rona too.
Congratulations.
You could have the Rona too.
Congratulations.
I'm laying it on thick. You could have the Rona. You could have been around your kids and gave them the Rona. And now everybody can be Rona'd up. You straight.
That's true.
And he's like, yeah.
Still living.
He's like,
Still
yeah.
living. You still have good health.
He's like, I guess you're right.
Like at the morgue on the floor.
Man.
In the hospital, just in a random room with the air on high. For nobody. Decompensate. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or pause, whatever.
That's rough too. All right, so let's jump into a little bit more, man. I hope he got a little bit of information out of that right there on what he should do or should not do. I'd say weigh your options though, for sure.
I don't say weigh your options.
I think you shouldn't do both.
He shouldn't.
I mean, I that's what I'm saying. But me being in them shoes before, and needing that like right now money, I had to.
It'd be worth it.
I feel like
even if he can get it though, I mean, you don't even know if he really gonna get it though,
right?
Because he hadn't even got a check yet, so they may not even
give it to him.
I
mean, think about it. Like, let's say he get 2 checks, $900 a piece, including the extra $600. So that's $1,800. You multiply that by 10, and that's what you got to pay back.
Yeah,
that make it not worth it. Cause how you gonna pay that
back? He not worried about that though. He worried about the now.
I need the money right now.
Right now.
Or God forbid if something happened and he do have to apply for it again, and they like, nah, bro, you owe us motherfucking 18 racks. We don't have nothing for you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I get where you coming from.
Now. He got bills right now. He said.
That's what I'm saying. Like I remember.
He said he need groceries and shit right now, so
he better get a bridge card. They giving them bitches away like hotcakes.
Yeah.
Not to everybody.
Yeah,
that would be nice though
to some people.
They giving them boys a lot, like hotcakes.
They said that though. They said they were. I mean, that's the least y'all can do though. Like,
apply. I mean, that would help with the food.
We need food. These gritty ass kids are eating a lot. Okay.
The whole time I thought the refrigerator was full. I opened the refrigerator to grab a juice, and there's
nothing in it.
Still on E.
Yeah.
I'm like, I thought we just had spent
$1,000 on
a whole bunch of fucking money.
No, it doesn't matter.
Then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna buy 10 of each.
It doesn't matter.
That gotta last a day. The more they see, the more they can drink.
That's what it is.
They're like, oh, it's 10 in there. Well, I'm gonna go and drink 5.
And you don't even notice. Like, I don't even notice the kids going in there and get stuff. I just go back in there.
They're like ninjas.
Yeah, there's nothing in there. I'm like, then Xavier's like, can you call that grocery lady? Because I don't have any more yogurt and I don't have. Like, you know what?
Not the grocery lady.
The grocery lady. You know how my groceries delivered.
Get delivered. He like, I need you to call old girl. Cause I need some shit.
Nah. We don't have any food. Like.
Sound like Taz.
It's because he doesn't have his yogurt though.
He like, all the fruit is gone. My brother ate all my Uncrustables. He like, and it's not even no more pizza rolls. when next time you guys going to the grocery store?
See?
I'm like, but it's Hot Pockets.
They don't care.
He like,
no,
it's not what I
the
want.
stuff that they want.
It's not what I want in there. It's nothing in there. He's like, Mom,
That cracks me up.
can you believe DJ ate all the macaroni bowls? The little,
They love those. My
bro.
kids love those too. They eat them every
I said he
day.
ate them all times. Talking about all 50 of them. It wasn't 50, so.
That's funny.
He's like, so you and Dad need to go to the grocery store. I'm like, all right.
Same.
To-do list, son.
I cannot. They didn't even have any of my hair. I was so mad. Like, what? My kids are gonna go crazy. No macaroni.
They might be so mad.
But I bought elbow noodles, so I just will make it.
Oh, yeah.
So, have you guys been keeping up with the whole Versus album? Man,
Yeah, because of you. But.
man. So
Is it only on Tidal, though?
I don't know if it's on both.
Oh,
So on Tidal.
You know, BFF not a music
I'm
person.
not really a music person.
Uh,
They don't come on the radio.
I mean, they was doing it on social media, too. Like, when they was doing the concerts. Like, I think they did, like, a T-Pain and somebody.
yeah. So it's Teddy Riley versus Babyface.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a good one. It started off. So what happened was,
That was horrible.
Dr. Dre and I want to say Swiss Beats or somebody. Them two kind of got together and was like, "Yo, let's just start putting this out for the people. You know, it's quarantine. You want to give them something to do."
Mm-hmm.
So they put two goats out, and every project that they had something to do with.
Okay.
So like it was Neo and Jonte. Now I was telling her, that's the same thing I said. I didn't even know who Jonte was, but you know Neo's songwriter, Jonte is songwriter.
Okay.
So what they were doing with every hit or every track that they put together, it'd go back and forth, and you get to listen, and you be like, okay, this Jonte dude could be standing right next to me in the grocery store. I wouldn't even know. He a millionaire. He wrote songs
That's
for
usually how it
Aaliyah.
is, though.
Man, I'm talking about he wrote some hits.
Yeah.
When you listen to it, you be like, he did that.
He wrote
Wow.
several Beyonce songs.
Yeah.
They usually be in the background.
Yeah.
Though. You never know who it is.
So I'm like, man, it's probably one of the best things that they got out right now
I do like
for
that.
quarantine people.
Yeah.
So if y'all ain't
I mean,
doing
it's fun
nothing,
because you get to, for one, you never even knew these people existed, like you said.
Right.
And a lot of them are like throwbacks. Like, you know what I'm saying? How you know how you hear a song and it take you back to a time in your life, so that was kind of cool too.
right? You be like,
Dang, I remember I was in like the 8th grade when this came out, or I remember they played this at my senior prom, or something like that. But yeah,
and that's the first thing I was thinking. I was like, man, there's some hits on here. So I do want to kind of maybe sit together. We'll do it on the next one, and we'll put together like, so I can get y'all input on who y'all think might be better, even though you haven't heard the album,
Right.
but you know the titles and the songs. You know the people.
Yeah.
Maybe not the whole Jonte one because y'all like me. Y'all like who?
Yeah,
But
no idea.
it's a bunch.
but that's even like Neo. Like I didn't know. I knew he was a songwriter, but I didn't know he wrote all those songs.
Yeah.
He very rarely write for himself, which is weird.
I think
He can't write his own music.
you know,
Yeah.
but you know what I think he do?
But
I think he
write
write
a lot
it.
of songs from a female perspective, though.
I think he write it, and then if it don't go to whoever he want, then he sing it
Oh, okay.
and he
okay,
put it
okay.
out. I think that's how it go down. Because even people who write the music, they still sing it and record it so that the person that they write for can hear how they envision it to sound.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
So, but yeah, that's to me, it's one of the. That was a
That's
good
like
one.
the best job ever to have. Like, just write songs and you hear your songs all over the radio and all over the world.
Man,
That's a good ass.
You know the other one I like, the Manny Fresh
yeah,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
versus. I don't remember who it was versus though.
It was Manny Fresh versus what was his name? The white boy. He cold too.
I don't know.
It'll come to me in a minute.
Gospel.
Yep.
Look, we both like, yo,
That's it.
that was dope.
That was a good one there. And I just kept going back. I was like, baby, all right, now his turn. Watch what he came back with.
Yeah, that
I'm
was
hitting it
dope.
He
like,
had some hits.
man, I'm talking about they did
He
their
had some
thing.
hits. They both did.
Like that 400 degrees always take me back to like when we was working at the Sting. When I used to work the Door of Black.
That used to be.
Bro, that nigga was crazy. That song used to come on. He used to get so amped. Like oh, this your shit.
That
Okay.
was shit, though.
All right. So, let me have y'all think back a little bit.
Oh,
Way back.
Way back in the time. No, I want y'all to think back. Let's have a little reality throwback in our minds real quick.
Uh-oh.
Can you think of a time where you may have had a embarrassing sexual experience?
Bro, I hate you. Yep.
Yeah.
I don't gotta think that far back either.
Kate, what you think? You got any
But
time?
I only got one though. Like I don't really have like embarrassing. You know, I don't be caring. Like shit be happening, and I be like, oh okay, that's what's up. I don't know about embarrassing. I got one, but I mean, I think I already told y'all, but I'll tell y'all again.
So, okay. So do y'all care to share what the embarrassing moment may or may not have been?
Katie? Okay, I'll go first.
I'll go second, and then Katie, you can finish us off.
Bro, I hate y'all.
I only really have one that I can really think of. That I mean, probably only one period though. And it was fairly on in the relationship that I had, and we were getting down or whatever, and we finished, and he's like, "Oh my God, the condom is gone," and I was like, "What?" And so he's like, just open your legs. He's like, just act like you're at the doctor's, your OBGYN appointment, and I'll find it. And I'm like, this is fairly new. So I'm like, okay, this is
not
awkward.
embarrassing. You just
Yeah.
rummaging through the cat.
Yeah, and it was deep. Like, it was like, man, it took like 20 minutes, like, for him to find it. Like, it was awful.
He and that bitch like,
He was pounding that boy in there. Like,
nigga,
He's that boy elbow deep, like, hold on.
oh, you
I think I feel it.
I was like, it was so embarrassing because it was just so fairly new, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. Like, so, like we still talk about that to this day. He's like, yeah, that's what I became the doctor that day, and your
That nigga came over. That nigga came over next time with a lab coat on.
No, he really came with like the light, the light the OBGYNs have. Like, swear to God. And I was like, what the fuck?
that nigga like, just in case, I brought my kit.
It's like,
That nigga went and bought a Spectrum and everything.
Right.
He's like, hold on, babe.
Got it.
Got you. Some
Got
tweezers. Gotta get some tweezers.
I couldn't even believe it. It was so embarrassing.
Bro.
I was like, I still turn red to this day for that.
You
Like,
turning red right now.
it's so embarrassing. Like, it was so embarrassing.
Like, bro, but do you have to take a plan B after
oh my God. Right.
that? Because, like, if it's in there,
Exactly.
whatever in there spilled
Exactly.
Yeah.
out inside of you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
We gotta take a plan B behind that.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right.
That's funny.
That's a good one.
That's hilarious.
That's not a good one. It was quite embarrassing. But
Yeah, I mean, that's what we going for. We like to be a little tangible here. You know what I'm saying? Let everybody know it ain't just them.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely changed the dynamic of the relationship. I felt a little more comfortable after that.
I mean,
you
you
saw
gotta
the whole inside.
You gotta bond after some shit like that. Like, nigga, you know I look like inside. Like,
So now when you be like, oh, my stomach hurt, he be like, oh, I know.
Yes. Yes.
I know why. I know exactly why.
Like, you want me to get that light? I'd be like, oh my God.
I know exactly why it hurt.
No.
bro, that's funny.
No, it's not.
All right. So for me, let me see. I think an embarrassing moment would have been probably like my very first sexual experience where I didn't know what I was doing, and I was kind of going off of what I saw on TV and in magazine. Mm-hmm. And I remember I was getting started, and I had.
Well, that was old.
Yeah.
Wasn't no porn.
Wasn't no porn. It wasn't as visual as it is now.
Yeah,
like
true.
Cartoons show you how to have sex now. But
Right.
That's true.
back then it was like,
Well, they have cell phones at 7, 8
Yeah.
now, so yeah.
Dino 2, whatever the fuck. Talking about. I was like, what the fuck is that? Porn site.
Somebody about to go Google it right now. Too. Somebody right now is going to Google it.
What?
So I was mimicking what I thought I saw.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And apparently other people was doing the same thing because my cousin, who was being a peeping Tom, was in the window trying to mimic too. So he was trying to like watch me do whatever was finna happen.
Right.
And you know, she had like hair and all that other stuff, and I was like, okay, just like the movie, just like the show did. All right, so I'm like, I watch them. They usually go in this area right here. All right, yeah, I don't. Okay, I'm gonna just put it there and see what happens.
Oh.
So I'm like thinking that it's hiding behind the hair. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, maybe I'm supposed to go in, and then when I get there, I don't know what I thought, man. I thought it was gonna open it out the way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting there and I'm trying to get into what is just her pelvic area, I guess. It's not the vagina area, but that went on for about 10 minutes.
Oh no!
She was like moaning and shit.
She didn't know. She didn't know. I mean, she wasn't a virgin.
Oh,
but I don't think she wasn't as experienced. You know what I'm saying? Still, so we was both fresh into the game.
Right.
But yeah, that was an embarrassing moment for me because I was like, "This is not how I look on TV."
I don't know what I'm doing.
This is not how I look on that VHS that I watched the other day. You know, when I was trying to prepare for this thing, I knew it was coming up. But yeah, so that was my embarrassing moment because I was trying to do what I saw on TV.
Did you figure it out, or did
after a minute, I did figure it out. But my dad,
was like, damn.
I was like, oh,
I wasn't even shit.
all right.
That's how that's supposed to feel.
All right now.
I
Man.
definitely was doing it wrong before.
But, I mean, and it didn't last long, so I had to add them 10 minutes of struggle into it, too. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo,
12 minutes.
This was the best 12 minutes of my life.
12 minutes? 11 and a half?
No, it was 12. I took my time on the last piece. I let that drown out a little bit.
Bro.
I'm like,
So you had a long ejaculation?
Yeah. I let that boy drown out.
Really
You get every drip into this little plastic thing. Man. But look at me now. I'm getting paper. Look at me now. Look at me now. Oh.
Well, if you don't know by now, the fuck, like
12 kids. My first 12 minutes, and then 12 kids later. Now look at me.
Now you can do it with no hands.
Man,
look, ma, no hands.
Man.
Glad you could figure it out, Katie.
Huh?
KD.
First of all, DTM was sucking for this. So,
What?
Is he cheesing?
like last week.
Damn! He's talking about in the past.
Bro, so on our bed we got like drawers on our bed. So it's like the open area where you put like your body sprays and stuff. And then it's like 2 drawers. So me and DTM doing whatever, I was riding whatever. I don't know how the fuck this happened, but I fucking gave myself a concussion on the handle of the drawer. Like, I don't know what happened. I hit my head.
How?
I don't know.
All
I wasn't drunk or nothing.
All I know is it was a great moment, right? And then out of the blue, all you heard was, and then I seen her head kind of drop a little bit. So I'm trying to take the credit for it because I don't want it to stop, right? So I'm like, okay, all right, yeah, her head dropping because it feel good.
No.
I heard the noise and I seen what just happened, and now I'm trying not to laugh because we in the mode.
That's some crazy sex right there.
I hit my head so hard that my teeth, like,
What?
my teeth like chomped together. Like, then I got dizzy. Like, my vision was blurry. Like, bro, I hit my head so fucking hard.
Did you stop?
No, I didn't.
She couldn't because I wouldn't let her.
He grabbed my hips and started like
moving it forward.
Moving them, so then I kept going, but I was the whole time I'm like,
I said, baby, it's gonna.
Don't pass out.
I said, baby, it's gonna make the nut feel better.
Then I stopped. I was like feeling.
No, I didn't want to.
so
If you flip it, she gonna mess around it. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
she laying down now.
She wasn't laying down.
No, I'm saying if you flipped her,
But when you flip her,
she was been laying down and she would have been better.
No,
so you got her
listen.
with concussion, still
Right.
riding.
So
I'm
listen.
about to give you the pop house right now.
So listen, have you ever drank?
Throw up.
That's what I'm
saying,
saying.
but
You
it-
know better if you would have been laying down.
But my mind went right there. You know, when you drink, right, and you at that point where you like, oh man, you get dizzier when you lay down. You know what I'm saying? Like I done laid down and now the room was spinning. And my grandma always told me that when you hit your head,
fuck how
you
she
can't lay
feeling.
down.
So fuck how she feeling when she up there.
My grandma told me when you hit your head, you cannot go to lay down for at least 3 hours. That was my
It's
grandma
1
said.
hour.
Oh, I'm just so you know. So, so you know.
Right.
So my grandma saved your life that
He
day.
gonna say, then when it's done, he gonna say, babe, you okay? I'm like, no. I'm like, the room's not fine. I'm about to throw up. I'm like, just let me lay down for a second. I don't even know.
Oh, you let her lay down then?
No, because my grandma said, well, it's been an hour after that. So she had the hour in, so it was good.
I don't know how it happened. I hit my head so. And then, no, there's not no brand new bed. Like, we done had this bed for like 2-3 years.
That's crazy.
I don't know, but that shit, I was feeling the top of my head like, bitch, is you bleeding? Like,
Ooh.
but when my teeth like chomped together, it was just.
That was.
That's a wrap after that. You knew
Man.
something.
The whole time, my nigga just wanted his nut.
Right.
But if we would have stopped, I would have laughed too hard. I was trying not to laugh.
You was gonna laugh hard though?
Hard.
Yeah,
hard.
Because I was
With a straight face.
I was confused, just like you was confused. So I felt like I hit my head too.
I want to know what happened.
Like usually I could
I
say.
was going to town.
Usually I could
Had to
say
be.
we was going to town
Like,
together,
had to
and then
be.
I overdid it, and then
That's what
I
I'm
wanted
thinking.
to
I'm like,
say.
it must have been rough. But you was just like, yeah, this shit. Hell yeah.
I thought it was kind of for real or something. I don't know.
Keep your
That shit
head
was
up.
like, boom. I was like,
Ring ding dong,
ooh.
ring a ding 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 dong.
Then he gonna grab my hips like, come on, baby. I'm like,
Don't
what?
stop. Don't stop.
Because you know how like.
Die.
My, I'm telling you, I thought about like, when the kid fall, hurt
Oh,
themselves.
my God.
If you run over there, they gonna start crying. But if you turn your
keep
head,
going.
yeah,
So keep going.
come on, keep going. Come on, let's keep. Let's act
That
like
sounds so familiar.
let's act like nothing happened.
Bro, that shit
Let's
hurt.
act like nothing happened.
Then he gonna say, you okay? Like, no, leave me alone.
Very
Like,
concerned. I was
fucking
very
Harry.
a very concerned individual.
Now, yeah, afterwards. That's real
He
convenient.
wasn't concerned at first.
Afterwards.
I was concerned. I just didn't know how to
Then he
show
gonna
it
say,
at the
I just
precise
didn't want to
moment.
laugh. Like, bro, that was not
did
Why
funny.
would
want
you
to
laugh?
I got a fucking concussion. That
But-
shit is not funny.
I probably would've
She didn't see
laughed
herself
at the time.
because she
At the
wanted
time.
to laugh too. I'm gonna say that because
I
I
did
saw
not
it.
wanna laugh. That
I
shit
saw it in her
hurted.
face. She wanted to
No,
laugh too.
I probably wanted to
Well,
cry.
she didn't laugh, but she wanted to laugh too. She was like, because her mind, we've been together so long, I could tell what she thinking from time to time. Her mind was like, how in the hell did this just happen? So she was trying to answer her own question.
That is true, because I
So-
was like, what the fuck? Like, how did
Like,
How, Keisha?
Yeah, that's interesting.
I'm talking about hard, though. Like, but
Man.
Real in. He was in.
shit. Like, bitch, come back to reality. Okay. But yeah,
You
that
should
was,
have had a good nut right then. I would have explained it. Like, yeah, I was.
that's something.
I mean, it was still a great session though. Minus
To
the-
you.
for her too.
To you.
Minus the concussion.
Yeah,
Right?
minus
you.
the
Everything
concussion.
was great.
That's
what
one
I'm
of the
saying.
TikToks I be hearing. To you.
Hey man,
Don't
I
do
think we need
TikTok
an intervention.
Don't. No, you need it.
I'm just saying because I feel like I'm addicted to TikTok. For those who don't follow me, y'all need to holler at me on
So
TikTok because
What is it? What's your name? The real
the
TikTok?
real no, it's just real TikTok Tay. Because I wanted to be TikTok Tay, but they wanted me to
I know when I
put too many
started,
different
I ain't
numbers.
gonna stop. I ain't even started yet. It's so
Man.
It's fun.
I got
like
about 40 in my archive that I'm about to do next. Like these are all the ones that I got coming up.
You like, man, I picked something for us to do together. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. It got to the point now where I get messages like, yo, we ain't seen none today. Like, I'm like, oh, I got them coming. Hold on 1 minute. So I try to do, 1 or 2 of them a day. You know what I'm saying? And give it to the world. Because, we quarantine, so we need that.
You know who got the best ones where I be cracking up?
Oh,
Besides you, because I do be laughing at yours. But Lil Wayne daughter, what's her name?
Regine.
Now hers be so.
She funny though.
She be having all kind. I be like, she is so funny. Like she should really be an actress. Like she is hilarious.
And that's what it is, man. It's just the whole
It's just
acting scene.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I love it, though.
They be so funny.
And Kalasia need intervention. And Wesley.
West for sure
definitely.
needed.
What's the wake up out his sleep? Do a TikTok and then lay back down.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Glazer gonna tell my dad, please get off of TikTok. I'm like, wow, you don't want the competition?
I'm gonna have to ask y'all so I can watch.
She be having so much fun.
Man,
I be on there. I ain't did not one. I just be lurking.
I'm telling you, I was at work one day, and I was just telling KD, I'm like, oh, I think my big manager might have seen me doing it. I seen the background. And he was like, yep, I got a list for you tomorrow. I was like, oh, I'm about to put your list on my TikTok, kid.
I need to block him.
Yeah, I had to block him, dog. He was doing too much. I'm like, you sick, man. What you doing on my TikTok? You know what I'm saying? But nah, yeah, I love it. So what y'all think about people who have the inside? You know, they like to talk with their hand. We were talking about this yesterday. I really don't feel comfortable with people talking to me with their hand. And I really make it known, like, yo, put your hand down when you're talking to me, please.
I be one of those, though. Only when I'm mad, though. Like, I'm regular, but when I'm mad, I be like clapping my hands, and I be all,
Yeah.
I be all in.
And I'm sitting, I'll be like, you know, I mean, if it's like me and KD, she can talk with her hand. But like me and another male, or if it's a situation, like, put your hand, no, put them down, put them in your pocket, do something with them.
No, because I be ready, though, so.
I believe that. I believe that.
I be ready. So no, I'm not putting my hands down. But yeah, it do feel like a threat sometimes. Like when people talk with their hands, you be like, "Look, I'm not talking with my hands. I'm talking to you regular. I'm gonna need you to talk to me regular." I be like, "No."
I wish you would. Hands in.
Somebody recorded me at work get into it with somebody, and it was so. I watched it back. I was like, "This is so ridiculous. I can't believe everybody doing it." It was so bad.
Why do I have to say?
It was so bad. I was like, can you erase that? Because I can't believe she was even talking to me like that. Yeah, well, I got into it with a guy. Yeah, and I was all in his face, like, clapping my hands, like, but yeah. It was, when I saw the video back, it just made me feel bad. Like, I cannot be doing this. This is ridiculous.
All right. Have you ever held on to some tea as ammo to bring out later in life?
Always.
Like you just look at it like, oh.
Always.
Okay.
I'm still holding it right now to get into it.
Waiting like,
waiting patiently. Like next time we get into it, please say something to me. Please, like please say something.
I got something
I'm just waiting. But most of the time I don't. I mean, I hold on to good secrets.
So,
like I never tell people secrets. But
so the juicy
when I
tea.
get into it with somebody though.
The juicy tea, the harder to hold a juicier tea than it is like just the okay tea. Oh, this is good tea, but this one right here is gonna change the game when I release this right here, like
I
TMZ.
only do that with one person just because I don't like him and I work with him. So like any little thing, I just be like, oh, I can't wait till we get into it so I can say some shit. But other than that, like I know way too much stuff. Like I would never tell people stuff. Even when I get into it with the girls at work, I never would tell them. You know what I'm saying? I never tell like the stuff we talked about or like none of that. But that one guy at work, yeah, I'll be ready.
KD, what about you?
Like, I don't use your secrets as ammo, if that's what you mean. Like, but if I know something about somebody I don't particularly like, then yeah, I probably will.
That's what I mean. Not necessarily like if you got KD's tea or you got my tea, you holding it like, okay, so these need to act up.
Like,
but somebody you don't care for, and you like you waiting on the argument, like, let's go. It's about to go down.
Yeah,
I got a couple of them.
I'll be waiting patiently.
Like, bitch, what you say? You ain't had that same energy when your sister got knocked up by your baby daddy.
Exactly.
But is a tea better if it's something that they may not even know about? Versus just something that they know about and want to.
You don't like, if they know anything about you, it's gonna piss you off.
Anything
more than anything in the world. Because somebody who, if somebody I don't like and I don't talk to is able to tell me something about my business, it don't matter what they know. They can simply know that shit, my nigga got home late from work. Like your nigga, like, bitch, how the fuck you know? You know what I'm saying? So that makes me even more mad because I don't like you, so you shouldn't know nothing about me. So any tea is good tea when it's somebody who don't particularly care for you.
Okay. All right. I hope y'all taking notes out there. This is real stuff right here. All right. So if you so here's a good question right here. If your significant other tell you don't go somewhere, and they give you the reasons why, and you're like, whatever, I'm grown, I'm my own woman, I'm independent, Miss Independent, whatever, right? So you still go, and then in your quest to go, something happened along the natures of what he was saying not to do. Do you feel comfortable to call him and say, yo, I'm where you told me not to be?
Yeah.
Can you come and save me real quick?
Who else you gonna call?
And is he the type of person, like, what if he the type of person that's gonna be like, what? I told you not to, whatever. Are you willing to just take that, like, I know he finna cuss, I know he finna go off, but yo, I still need you to come through.
Who else you gonna call? Yes.
Like, I would still call you even though I know you're going to cuss me out.
I mean, I know you're going to be mad, but of course I would still.
And you're going to find out anyway. So you might as well find out from me.
Somebody going to tell you.
Because who I'm going to call? Either one of my brothers or one of your brothers.
Right.
So you still going to find out. Because first of all, I'm going to call them and they going to call you.
Like,
you know, KD dumbass over there around the way.
Mm-hmm.
Then you the one that's going to pull up anyway. I'm like, God damn it. I specifically said don't call him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, that made me nervous, so I called him.
That's how I felt when I was getting out of jail and I seen who was with you. I was like, what? You call who?
Because who else I was going to call?
Mm-hmm.
I tried to go back behind the door.
That
Like,
shit was funny. He did turn back around.
Oh.
They're like, what you doing? He's like, I don't want to really go.
I don't even know that man.
Bro, he got home. He was like, why did you call him? I'm like, bro, who else I was going to call for that kind of money?
Like, I don't know him.
It wasn't a couple dollars. So who else I was going to call?
All right. Yeah.
So all the time, he was just shaking his head like.
I never been put in that position.
He like, you hungry?
I never go
DTM was like, no, I'm good.
I just had a frozen boiled egg. I'm straight.
Wait.
They give you the egg earlier in the day, and then you just hold on to it until it, thaw out, and then you.
They give you a frozen egg for real?
That's what we had back then.
I mean, that's 16 years ago.
But still,
Yeah.
who gives out frozen eggs?
Hopefully it's better by now.
There was
but
two
that
of
was
them.
16 years ago. But it was two
It
of
was
them.
two of them. They gave you two of them. They want you to, at least kind of fill yourself up. So we used to take it.
Frozen eggs.
You know.
Wait, what day to eat it?
No, you gotta put them in one spot, up under your pillow, in your pocket, whatever, anywhere.
That's
But you ain't
nice.
really. You got the up top pocket, on your shirt, but you ain't have no other pockets. But
So they boiled it?
yeah, it was boiled egg, but they was
You
throwing
know
them in
what?
the
They
freezer.
probably boil it by the
Week.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
They
then
gotta
they
do
out,
yeah, mass orders.
And like in both, that's still
Yeah.
disgusting as fuck.
Yeah, it was.
That's so lazy.
No lie.
They so
No lie, yeah.
I want to last 5 minutes.
Man.
Like I would looking at 60 days in and
Hell
shows
no.
like that. I was like,
I don't think all of it like that though.
yeah.
I think some of it. Yeah,
Oh.
I think some of it is for the cameras for the most part. Like they gotta, you know what I'm saying. Some of it for the camera, but it might be some areas that's like
the way
that.
they eat.
Yeah, I'm talking about the way
The
they,
way
I'm talking about the way
they
they
eat.
treated the
Yeah,
like the one
the
female prison. It was like
Yeah.
covered in feces. Like every time you flush the toilet, it was coming through the.
That was
So the little
disgusting.
things in
That's
that
got to
room.
be infection
Yeah.
waiting to happen right there.
People will get hepatitis C in there. I mean, think about how deplorable the situation is now.
Imagine.
like
Where my homegirl husband locked up, they was just on the news because it's so many people dying from the virus in the prison where he at, and they still not separating people.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, matter of fact, Yandy from Love and Hip Hop just did a rally outside the prison where he at
right.
because the conditions are horrible. They living worse than animals.
How can they separate them though? Don't they live like 2 or 3 people per room?
Right, but
So how do they have enough?
they
room
saying
to-
like it's empty cells.
Okay.
So like move
people around. Okay.
Use solitaire. Nobody in solitaire. Use solitaire, but not as solitaire. Just
Right.
to separate people. Those that are infected. Naturally, everybody can't have their own room or whatever. But once you're infected, you need to be put away, like away from everybody else, and they're not doing that.
How they getting infected in there though?
Probably from the guards or
Oh.
from. But they used to have. They was getting visits. My brother was like, "Ain't no more visits right now." They shut all that
I remember I
down.
told you that because
That's true. That's true.
Baby Z dad is locked up with him. And they drove all the way up there and found out they couldn't have a visit.
Oh wow.
So
But it was visits at 1st. The guards, the volunteers that come in there. Like right now, they're not allowing volunteers or nothing, but the guards still coming. You know, people that work in the little clinic, sick bay, whatever.
he said they walking
that's sad.
they walking through the prison with the mask on, and he's like, I don't know, we wearing these masks, we wearing these masks for because it ain't protecting nothing. I was like, yeah.
Yeah. Then they still going outside. You know.
No, he
Well,
said they
can't
shut
now.
that down. Yeah.
They can't now, but at the time they were still
were.
going outside.
Yeah, he said they shut all that down. No outside activities, no
They
nothing.
gotta be so
That's what.
bored
That's
now.
what.
Jesus.
And they can only use the phone like 3 days a week. Like it's not every day anymore. But that's what her dad was saying. Like he feel like
I'm
he
saying
in
right
prison.
there, that's
He
enough.
feel like he in prison.
Yeah.
Cause what can you do? There's only so many people that can go to the little weight room at one time.
Like right now, the level 5 and the level 1 is all the same.
Yeah, it feel like it.
Aw, that sucks.
So that's
He
yeah.
like only thing is like before they make you wake up or whatever. Now they just like Go on sleep all day, I guess. Cause I mean, what you gonna make them do?
That's what I'm
You
saying.
if you make them stay out of their cell too long, they gonna end up getting into a fight. Cause it ain't gonna be nothing else to do.
Like they doing out here.
Exactly.
Like they're doing out here. You out too long, so like ain't nothing else to do. Let's find somebody to fight with.
Yeah.
You know, let's be ignorant together. That's what. So okay, so let's start with Kiki. Kiki, you got two friends that are arguing. You in the middle. How do you determine which side to pick?
I mean,
Even if you don't like, let's say I know the common answer would be whoever was in the right. But what if you don't know the situation right off? Right? You just see an argument. You like, whoa, wait a minute. This is escalating. Or, you know, you be like, well, use my friend longer. I'm on your side. Or I like you more. I only like you a little bit. I met you through this person. Like, how do you do that?
Sit down and talk about it. I can't really say, like, I mean, if I don't know who right and who wrong, like, we can just gonna all sit down and talk about it and see, you know, everybody's point of view.
Yeah.
I definitely can't say, like, I've known you longer, so
Hey, we got
I like you better.
we got a better
either we
bond.
friends or we are not. Like,
KD, what you say? Give me something juicy. Juicy.
I would for sure try to diffuse the situation first, especially they both my friends. I'm trying to diffuse it. Like what is? That's like if Kiki and Matilda get into it. No, y'all sit the fuck down. What is y'all doing? Like, chill out. But I will say if my friend is getting into it with another friend, and then one of their friends get into it, then I'm on my friend's side that's by themselves.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all not about to
Jump her.
jumper,
Yeah.
like both of y'all coming at her sideways. No, then I'm gonna automatically be on the person's side who by themselves.
Yeah.
But if it's just two people having a disagreement, we gonna chill out.
We ladies, we can work this shit out without
And we
fighting.
grown, like, come on now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we gonna sit down, we gonna have a conversation.
So is it wrong for me to say, okay, y'all two getting into it, right? And then Kiki friend try to get into it with Kiki against you, and I push y'all in the room. I smack the friend, like, shut up, let them do their thing. Now, am I wrong for smacking the friend? Like, shut up, they doing anything. They a friend. Because they friends, and they just got a little disagreement or whatever. Now you trying to make it bigger than it is.
No.
Like, is that wrong?
I didn't know we was smacking people. I thought we was just talking.
Oh, I don't
We
know.
gonna smack people, man. We gonna keep our hands. We're gonna be grown up. We're gonna keep our hands on our own bodies.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, the outsider is already trying to interfere with this.
No, man, you can't.
And they
smack
just
people.
okay. All right. Okay.
Don't keep your hands to yourself, please.
Maybe post quarantine, you might not get smacked no more when the outside open back up and everything good. But with outside closed, ain't nothing else to do.
But smack people.
I'm gonna smack you and tell you to shut up until they figure this thing out.
Bro.
We're gonna get some entertainment.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that.
Because I think that would stop y'all from arguing. Like, whoa, wait a minute. Wait,
Sure.
wait. What are we
Like,
arguing?
did he just smack her?
What are we arguing for anyway? You know what?
Like, girl, this nigga is crazy. We better be quiet when we be next. The fuck?
All right.
Hey.
Yeah, no.
So if your BFF is going out of town with somebody that you hate, do you feel like you should tell your BFF who you going with, especially if they ask the question like, "Yo, who was you with? Who you go with?"
Yeah, you gotta tell. What you gonna vote for?
You gotta tell, because if you don't, that mean you lie.
Right. I'm gonna have some slick little comments though, like, damn it. Yeah. Y'all not gonna have no fun. Okay.
But then too, like, because then how I'm gonna find out? Y'all gonna post a picture, or somebody gonna post a picture, tag you in it or something. I'm like, first of all, when I said who was going, you said it was you and your mama.
Right.
This bitch is not your mama.
She is not today. Not today. She ain't.
That's gonna be like, first of all, she's not even your friend, so why is she
your friend
going?
anyway. Like, everybody had no fun. She
I don't
lame
think-
as fuck. And then she got that stupid ass belt on. Like, ain't nobody, little ass ponytail. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. No. Okay, moving on.
Motherfucking tea.
Oh.
The fuck? Moving along.
Moving along.
Shit,
Before
that
I
was
get
left.
started.
But yeah, that's why you should tell a friend.
Yeah, you definitely better say something.
Because it's like, why are you lying though?
Ain't no
Like,
point. There's no point to lie.
are you cheating? Like, why are you lying? Like,
I feel like
Like who you go with? So it was me.
My friends can't have friends, so the fuck you ain't.
I know, but it's like we gotta be able to tell.
Unless I like them.
Like who you going with? Like oh.
It was me, Craig, Day them. And that was about that was hey, that was about it. That was about it. That's when you know they lying, they missing some people. That was about it. What you mean about it? Like, is it or is it not it?
You know what? I don't even know.
I don't even know
who I went.
Nah,
with.
so what they do?
Drunk the whole time. I don't remember who was there.
What they do? Who was you with? Oh, it was Kiki and them. Like they ain't lying now because they said them. Kiki and them. Like okay.
Then when you find out, like nigga, that was them. What the fuck you mad for?
I said them.
That was them.
Don't ask nobody via text. I couldn't spell their name anyway, so I put them. I couldn't spell them names. You know all these silent letters in these names. I don't know if it's apostrophe or not. Man. All right, so
I'm so done with you at this point. This picture in our life.
I'm just saying. Okay, so here's a good question here for you guys. If KD is with somebody, like chilling with not a friend, but somebody who's trying to play a friend role and want to try to get into that level or whatever.
Friend role, but go ahead.
You know, because you can't be friends out here these days. No new friends. No new friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
2020, I got new friends.
We can't even go outside. I don't have no friends.
That's what I'm saying. And you ain't
So-
at work, so what the fuck you trying to do? Anyway, go ahead.
All right. So let's say she's with this invisible person, right?
Invisible person.
Oh, now we crazy.
And they seem to be getting like disrespectful. So you get fed up.
Disrespectful to me?
They get disrespectful to you.
No.
You get fed up. You kind of laid back. You like that.
Yeah,
You know.
laid back.
So
That ain't gonna
you know how
That's
people.
what I'm like. Disrespectful to me? Who?
I can't use neither one of y'all in real life, so I got to use one of y'all because this is for the show. But you know how people be making excuses for people like, nah, that's just how they is, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's just how they is. They ain't really being disrespectful, but to you like, no, that's disrespectful. So you cut it to the person in a way where you like, okay, we ain't having this. Do you now think KD is obligated to kind of like not rock with this person no more? Because I done cut it to this person, and you're gonna keep hanging with this person, and I'm gonna keep cutting it to this person until somebody.
But if I don't have a backbone to stick up for myself, then I'm not gonna have a backbone to walk away from the friendship.
Right, well, not a friendship.
Well,
An acquaintanceship.
Right.
whatever the shit. 'Cause if I can't stick up for myself, apparently I don't have the self-esteem or the backbone to say I don't want to be your ship anymore. Like whatever. Ship.
I ain't for the ship no more. I ain't for the ship no more.
You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody
full of shit.
If somebody being disrespectful and I don't have the courage to say nothing, then of course I'm not gonna have the courage to walk away. Like,
But I mean, I will be mean to that person every time I see him though. I'd be mad disrespectful. I'm just saying. Like,
I mean, because I see it on different levels too, and I know y'all probably have as well. Like, in let's say a relationship, maybe your brother or your sister with somebody, and you feel like they not the right person because they already disrespecting whatever.
Yeah.
So I see it on them different levels anyway. And I do see people who be like, treat that person mean, or
I do.
I see people who
mean.
refuse to even hang around when that person is
I don't
there.
even speak. Like my sister had a boyfriend that she had for so long, and I felt like he was such a loser. Didn't do shit for her. Like only brought her down. Used drugs with her, and drank and all this. It was just so bad for her. Like he would walk in the room and I'd be like, this nigga.
Yeah.
Like, don't speak. He'd speak to me, and I'd be like, why are you talking to me? Like, don't talk to me. And people would be looking at me like, why are you so mean to him? I'm like, I don't like him.
And I'm not going to pretend to.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't like you, and I'm not going to pretend to. Like, don't talk to me. I don't want you here. This is her house, so I can't really say you got to get out. This is her house, but don't talk to me. Like, I don't have to respect you. I don't like you. Like, none of that. Like, nothing.
And I do think
got a
that.
family member that I used to avoid. If she walked in the room, I'd walk out. Like,
For sure.
Shoot,
That's because, but that was because she hated me so much.
Yeah.
I was about
Like
to
she
say, I
used to
got
go
a family
out her
member.
way to like fuck with me. So I'm
But
like,
that's
you
how
know
she
what?
felt though. She felt like, well, she probably told you before, like, Kiki can't have like friends and like all she know is like us cousins and like da 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 da.
I mean, she did at your wedding actually. She was like, "What you doing here?" I'm like, "Me? Why you come single me out all these people?"
Yeah.
Because I'm just saying it's me, her, and my cousin. That's it.
That's how she felt then. But of course she's different now.
She be warming up to me every now and then.
She different now.
She be tagging me and stuff like, "I love you, I miss you." I'm like, "Me?"
Yeah. But
Shocked and shit,
I think
like-
she's grown though. Like she's. I mean, of course she's still her crazy self, but I don't think she acts nothing like she did.
And then
like
too, that was a
before.
long time ago. You talk about
She was young,
10
like,
years ago,
super
you know what I'm
drunk
saying?
and like
Yeah.
crazy.
I never forget that day we was at that motherfucking
Comedy show.
comedy show. And she like pulled the top of my hair like, "Oh, that is your real hair." Like, bro, what is wrong with you?
I couldn't believe
She was so drunk though, like.
Yeah, she was lit.
But Kiki got so mad at her, like, "Why the fuck would you do that?
Why would you do
Don't
that?
fucking do that no more." I'm like, what?
Because she asked me, she like, "Is that her real hair?" I'm like, "Yeah, it is her real hair."
At the comedy
She's like, "Are you sure?" Like, we had a whole conversation,
Bro.
and then she went and poured it. I'm like, "What the fuck? Like, why would you do that?" I was just trying to make it is her hair. I'm like,
Kiki got so mad, I couldn't even get mad, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
she is just, she was a mess.
she used to say some crazy shit, like one time when she was like, yeah, because I ain't give a fuck who I got down with in high school. I ain't never fucked your nigga before. I don't think so. No, I ain't never fuck you, did I? I'm like, what? No, Beyonce was sitting there like, I'm gonna go outside with them. I don't need smoke, but I'm about to go outside.
I think a lot of the husbands and spouses like stayed their distance.
Yeah, they went outside.
Yeah,
But you know what's beautiful though in real life is when you see that growth though.
Yeah.
Because I seen a lot of growth in her.
Yeah.
I see a lot of growth in I see a lot of growth in y'all as far as like y'all patience and all that other stuff. Like y'all, I see it. I love it too.
That's what it's about though.
Yeah,
It's about learning and growing.
Yeah.
Like, as you get older, if you are the same, then it's a problem.
Oh man.
It's a problem.
That's why people be like, "You're not even the same person you was 5 years ago." I be like, "Well, thank you."
Right? You should.
That's not disrespectful to me. I mean,
Right.
I've grown in some aspect.
Mm-hmm.
Either I grew and you didn't, or you know what I'm saying. Which either way is fine with me.
Mm-hmm.
But you ain't supposed to be the same.
I don't
You should be the same day to day.
Yeah,
But-
you should definitely change from
But
yesterday.
in drastic time, like drastic measure, you know what I'm saying? Like a year, you should be some kind of different.
Definitely.
All right, so let me see where we at here. Cool. All right, so if someone is locked up, how do you determine?
Don't let me out.
How do you determine information that you should tell versus information that you probably should withhold, hold back?
I think that when people are locked up, especially if they only been there for like a little, you know what I'm saying? Like if they just got there, I just feel like certain stuff you shouldn't tell them because they have to get acclimated to their new surroundings.
Right.
And I don't feel like you should add more stress to what they already going through.
Dealing with you.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's different. Like I feel like if something happened, we could tell CD because hell, the nigga been in there 14 years. That's his new normal.
Right.
So it's probably not a lot that he can't handle because that's like if he just lived out of town. But I feel like in that first 90 days, you kind of gotta be careful.
Yeah, like, and my thing was like, I don't want to be day 60, day 30, and you like, man, I don't know how I'm finna pay these bills. I don't know how I'm finna. So
Especially
now,
if he was a provider, like especially if that was your husband, he was the provider. He don't need to add stress of not knowing how you gonna pay your bills. He don't need to know nobody's sick.
right?
What he gonna do? He can't come home. If you think about it like this. If you tell him this, is it gonna change the outcome?
I was just about to say what's going to happen when you tell him.
Nothing.
No, nothing. Because
So-
what can he do?
What
You
about?
sending him money, so he can't send you money.
Exactly.
So what about the aspect of one of his homeboys trying to get on? Is that information you would have to
Hell
tell,
No.
or
That's
something
something
you
we
have to
gonna
hold back?
tell. That's something we gonna tell either when you get home,
Yeah, years later. Or whenever.
or when you in a better like mind frame. You know
I
what
would
I'm saying?
tell
Like,
that in jail.
that
I
ain't
would tell
something you
that
gotta,
when you get
because
out.
guess what's gonna happen?
I would be scared for you to tell the wrong person that when they get out, but now they finna go back.
But
Like,
I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
Like-
go back,
Well,
but see, this the thing. I tell you why you in there. Now you react. Somebody say something to you simple. Now you done beat
now you
somebody
get more
ass.
time.
Now you got more
Yeah.
time.
So I don't.
Because you're gonna take that anger out on somebody. You're not just gonna be like, he did what?
That
Girl, you
friend probably not
crazy.
even gonna be around when you get out. So I mean, it wouldn't even matter.
That friend definitely not gonna be
Because-
around. That nigga cut off. Don't
Yeah.
even come over here no more.
But you already know, like, when people get a lot of time, like, all their friends disappear.
Yeah.
So once you get out, you won't even have the same group anymore. It'll be, you know what I'm saying? You have to probably
But-
make new friends.
what I've seen though is you do lose those friends when you get in, but when you get out, some people fall right back into that same
Yeah, only if you
circle.
allow
But
them
not
to.
all,
though.
like-
Only if you allow them to. Because most people pick up on that, like, you haven't even called, wrote, like,
Yeah.
nothing when I was in prison. So
Send
why would I
money.
want you around? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Why would
That's how
I
my
want you
brother
around me
was.
now?
When my brother got out of prison,
So I
he
would
didn't
let
really
them.
mess with that.
Yeah,
that man.
I would let them people go. Like, that's just me.
Yeah.
But I mean, some people probably would like. embrace
Most of
some
his
people
friends
again.
came from people
Yeah.
he was locked up with.
Yeah.
Like when they got out, they started coming to the house. But the people, like my brother, used to hang with thousands, hundreds of niggas. Like they stayed 4 or 5 carloads deep, going to Belle Isle, whatever. But once he got locked up, nobody wrote him, nobody checked on his family, nobody made sure his kids were straight.
Yeah,
So
I would let them people go. You
He
wasn't my
didn't
real
fuck with them.
friend. Like,
I don't
Like,
understand
when my
you
that.
brother-
wasn't my real friend.
yeah, like when my brother first got locked up, him and Jay was thick as thieves. But when my brother found out that Jay brother was banging his baby mama,
Ooh.
and he didn't even tell him or nothing,
Ooh.
he never talked to him again. When Jay got killed, my brother didn't even know.
Mm.
I told him, because, I still talk to my nephew, whatever. But I told him, like, yeah, your homeboy got killed. He like, that nigga ain't no friend of
I
mine.
was just about to say.
He like, that
at
nigga ain't been
point-
my friend since the 90s.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, all right, well, he did. Like, I work with
Right.
Right, she said, dog didn't make it.
He ain't make it. He flatlined. You know what I'm saying? Which, for me, I was still cool with them because I grew up with them being my brother's friend. So I didn't know at 14, 15 years old, I'm supposed to be mad at you because my brother mad at you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So me and him was still cool. I didn't go to his funeral because my brother told me it would be disrespectful. So I didn't go.
Is that disrespectful to you?
Yeah.
It was
Like
just
it-
Somebody
disrespectful
on
to
rock
him.
with
Is it
Yeah.
disrespectful for, like, if you beefing with somebody
Yeah.
super heavy,
Yeah.
for Katie to still be cool with them?
I mean, it depends on what relationship they had. You know what I'm saying? If they had a relationship prior to us being beef, then, I mean, I can't stop you from being friends with, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
who you was friends with
But
before.
if we know what the beef is
But
about, I ain't
if-
gonna fuck with them anyway.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I would think she wouldn't, you know what I'm saying, do it. But, I mean, I done lost, people I used to talk to because, you know what I'm saying, she don't like them. So I'm like, okay, well, she don't like you, I don't like you. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how it goes.
Yeah, like her
Right.
friend cussed out on live.
That's just how it goes. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Like,
You know what? I don't know
I feel
what.
like loyalty run deep. You know what I'm saying?
Loyalty.
So it's like if I got a friend or if I'm associating with somebody, let's say I'm associated with somebody that creeping around with Rob or some shit. I'm not. No, bitch. I don't give a fuck if I knew you for 30 years, bitch. You're not our friend anymore.
Right.
After we beat your ass, bitch, don't come back around. Like
Right.
no, I don't care who it is.
That's true.
It's just certain lines you don't cross. You know what I'm saying? Now if they beefing over something dumb like,
Yeah.
cause that bitch had my shoes on.
Yeah, it definitely
and
depends
we
on
got
what
the
it
same
is.
shoes. That bitch gonna keep wearing my same shoes. Like, I don't give a fuck about the shoes.
I know,
I'm
what?
her friend
For no shoes.
because she got y'all same wedges.
Right.
No, she's still my friend. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if it's something serious, which to me, for Kiki, the 100% not like somebody is serious. Cause I done seen her deal with people that she don't like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I've
For
seen
me, like I've seen her do it. So
Yeah, I've seen that too.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
There's
like,
not really many people that I don't like, honestly, though.
Right.
Like, I mean, I kind of like everybody until you rub me the wrong way and do something, like, specifically to me.
Right.
And then I don't like
then
it.
you're like,
But-
I don't fuck with you.
But yeah, like, I'm not petty where I just like, oh, I don't like her because she got this on. I don't like
Yeah.
her. I'm like, I'm not
And
like
then
that,
too,
so.
to me, like if the beef is like there and it's prevalent, whatever, eventually you're gonna end up stop talking to one of them. Not even on purpose. It's like I'd rather spend my time with you, so of course I'm not inviting the other person because I don't want a fun day to turn into something awkward.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
You
then
know, I don't
eventually-
mind being around awkward situations.
I know.
So you can invite whoever the fuck
I
you
know.
want to
I
invite.
know.
Oh, okay.
I know. Been there, done that. Been there, done that.
Because I don't care.
Oh,
All right,
man.
no, but I'm just saying, you know,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and then before you know it, it's just like, oh, I guess I don't really talk to that person no more.
I mean, that my whole thing has always been, I don't know where I got it from, because I try to think back to, like, you know, my dad or my uncles, or, you know, I'm the oldest sibling, so I can't say my brothers and them, but my circle has always been quite small.
Yeah.
Like, I can probably count on maybe a hand and a finger, maybe, on who I literally rode with on, like, a day-to-day basis. But my dad, he had a pretty nice size circle, like, it kept increasing. All my brothers, most of my kids the same way. I think my junior not, though. I think
At all.
my junior kind of got a lot of, yeah.
That nigga got 3 friends that he done had since probably 5th grade.
Yeah,
and he about to go to the 11th grade. Like, he don't like people, though. Like,
And
for him, he don't trust people, I think. And I think the reason why he is like that, from seeing his older brothers trust everybody and get hurt and get played. You know what I'm saying? So I think he learned from that, and he's like, I'm not gonna be like
That's
that.
kind of how I am too. He learned from watching.
Yeah. And that's with me, because I used to watch my cousin who befriended everybody in every neighborhood he ever went in. He befriended at least 15, 20 people. And he got into so many different fights
much,
and
yeah.
battles. And
But for him,
sons
it's like
and
his
dads
whole
and-
life is dangerous. Like,
Yeah.
if we was somewhere and he had to take my kids somewhere, I'd be like, as a matter of fact, when we was at his mom's house, remember when we first had Taz, that first Thanksgiving, we was over his mom's house and he wanted to take DJ to the store with him. I'm like, bro, you're not taking my son nowhere. He like, I'm just going to the store. I don't even know nobody around here. It don't matter, because I don't know who know you. And I know every time you go somewhere, somebody trying to kill you. So, no, you can't take my baby with you. He was so mad. And then he had asked his auntie to go, but her husband overheard what me and him was talking about. So her husband told her, like, you're not going to the store with him. He was so fucking mad. Like, he left that house that day so mad.
Yeah. So I've never been big on, like, having a big squad around me and this, that, and that. Like, I got people that I can kick it with or whatever from the hood and all that. But not like on the day to day. Like, you're not my man. I'm not your man. You're not going whatever. When I come through, it's what up, and then I'm out. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
I feel like that's how it should be though.
It'd be so funny when, like, to go to the east side with Deontay, because, like, he don't let all his hood friends, they can't speak to me, they can't nothing. They be like, how your girl doing? He be like, she good. I'm sitting right in the car. They don't even speak to me. I be like, man, they could say hi. He be like, that's not necessary. Like, all right. Just
Yeah,
here
'cause-
with my wine cooler or something, whatever I'm sipping on.
Because it's hard to trust a lot of people
That's how witchcraft
in that
is,
aspect. You know what I'm saying?
You
Especially.
let people speak, but then like it's,
We're not holding a
that's it
conversation.
though.
Like,
Yeah.
they be like, how the kids? He be like, they good.
Then he'll be like,
I thought they was
"What you talking about?" I don't understand. Like,
Because if I'm sitting here,
so he haven't tried to talk to you. I be like, "What?
if I'm sitting,
what are you talking about?
and it all starts like if you sitting there, you chilling, and you hear how he talking to Jay about somebody else, you be like, nigga, I ain't no different than the dude. So nah, we ain't even about to play them games. So I try to establish.
That's that east side shit.
I try to establish
For
an
sure.
aura of
For
nah,
sure.
he ain't about that, so we gonna leave him alone.
For sure.
Because he ain't on that.
Because I had a west side boyfriend before. He used to let me talk to everybody. East side niggas don't let you talk to nobody.
And apparently he lost
Speak.
because you with me now.
Speak, but that's it.
You can,
You can speak. That's
and
it.
don't make eye contact. Don't you look that man in his face. Like, what?
Nah. In
What?
fact, take that jacket off and put it around your waist. I'll be like, what?
You don't even got to get out the car. Be like, but I got to use the bathroom. Like, we'll go to McDonald's up the street. Like, I can't go use your grandma's bathroom? Like, what the fuck?
They be like,
No, it's too
I'm
many
walking
niggas in the
behind
field.
you.
There's too many niggas in the field.
I
You
be
gotta
watching.
watch
I be watching people watch you. Like you be watching people watch me.
Bro, he did that. We went to the liquor store by my sister's house. So we got off the truck, right? I walk in the liquor. We walk into side by side to the liquor store. So then I just noticed, like, first we was side by side, but I
Always
started noticing,
behind.
like, dropping
Always,
back.
they always behind.
I'm like, what the fuck? So then it was a bunch of guys in the parking lot drinking whatever. So we didn't even get nothing because they didn't have what we was looking for. So we was about to go to another liquor store. So we walking, we talking, whatever. I turn around, he like right at my door with me. I'm like, what the fuck? He like, get in the car. I'm like, I get in the car closed door. I'm like, what was that about? He like, cause I was watching them watch you. And if they would have looked at you again, we was gonna clear this parking lot out. I'm like, damn. I didn't even notice though, cause I ain't paying them no
notice
attention.
either.
Like I'm like, well, I wasn't looking
I
at
don't
them. He
notice
like,
either.
they was looking at you.
Yeah, I don't notice either.
I'm like, well, this ass is fat, you know.
And the girls don't care. They be like, hey, you are so beautiful. I be like, you know what I'm saying? Walk with a whole nigga right now.
They're trying to get on the team.
He be mad. He be so mad. Like, why am I always so friendly with you? Like, I'm
So
Yeah.
cute, nigga.
Because I'm friendly. I'm just
I'm a
a
little
nice
foreign
person.
chick.
Some of them might get a pass, but I didn't gave all my passes off of them too. So now,
For the female,
yeah.
they can get
So
it.
now anybody can. I told y'all, 2020 quarantine.
Oh my God.
I'm slapping people from a
First of all,
social
2020
distance.
quarantine turns you to a savage.
I'm slapping
The
people
whole
from
savage.
You slapping folks
a social distance with my mask
From a
on.
soap 6 feet.
with my mask
With
on.
my mask on. So hey, who smacked you? The nigga with the mask? Oh, that's everybody.
I'm like, that's everybody.
Oh, that's everybody. I'm good.
Don't wear
Yeah.
a sun mask. He got Pac-Man on his mask.
My mask got my
It's
name
so
on.
cute. Oh yeah, it does.
So you gonna know
They
exactly.
gonna
what
know
it
who
was.
smacked you. They gonna be like BT.
But I want them to, so that way, whatever they did, they won't do that again. Don't get smacked anonymously because you're gonna feel like, oh, I don't know what I did wrong. No, know what you did wrong, and don't let that happen again, please and thank you.
And thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Period.
Hey, period.
Period.
So, with that being said, man, this quarantine thing is real, man. I do want everybody to make sure y'all take y'all proper precaution.
Please stay home.
Please, if you don't
Please stay
need to
home.
go out, don't go out. We losing people like left and right,
left
and it's
and
people that
right.
we know. Like it's different when you
It's
see it
close
on
now.
TV.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
close.
when you see it happen on TV, you be like, ah.
It's
But when
close.
it hits you,
Yeah.
and you just look like I went to the hospital, my other job, the other day, just to kind of brighten their day up. So I dropped some flowers and roses and stuff to the frontline staff and to my pharmacy. And I walked to the basement, and they were removing bodies that were like lined up on the floor on each side. So like you had to walk in the middle until they was moving the bodies to wherever they can put them at. That's how quick and we
crazy.
are dropping right now. And then you got these other states that's like we opening back up.
I can't believe it.
And
But you know what?
I
They're opening
cannot
back up, but
believe
it's a lot of, especially African American owned businesses that's standing against the opening.
you should
They're
because
not
they
opening
putting
up their
the
salons. They're not opening because it's dangerous.
they putting
is
the dollar
dangerous.
over the value
For
of the
sure,
body.
for
Like
sure.
the human life is less than the
I
dollar.
feel
for
like
these
how you
people
gonna
now.
spend it if you ain't here?
Right.
You know, just like the little girl that passed away. That's my cousin's little sister. But it's like her parents are now battling with the fact that they think maybe they brought it home because her father is a firefighter and her mother is a police officer.
That's why when I
Did
go
they hear
out,
them have it?
They think he had it.
Oh.
Because actually, they was at the hospital. He was getting tested when she had a seizure, and then they rushed her into the hospital. And that's when they found out she had meningitis. But she had been complaining about a headache for like 2-3 weeks or something like
yeah.
that. And they said she had strep throat, and it's possible that she did have strep throat, but what she had was meningitis too. So you know what I'm saying. And then she didn't have anything else wrong with her, so it's not like it's a situation where she had asthma
A fever
or
or whatever.
nothing. She didn't have none of that.
That's crazy.
She just had a headache.
yeah, that's
But
that's
yeah, they think
big.
he had it. But I don't know if he never got tested or, I mean, once she had the seizure, she got put on life support. So I'm sure he didn't care whether or not he had it or not. But then to go through that and then she had to be in there by herself. Like,
That's the hardest
That's
part.
the hardest.
That's the
know what
hardest
I'm
part.
saying?
You can't even really be
Can't
for
even be
support
there.
for them.
yeah.
Because I feel like in most cases, a lot of these people would probably survive the whole thing if they could see their support system
Somebody.
and know that
Anybody.
somebody, know that somebody's
I
there
feel like,
with them
I
and
feel
all
like
that
it's
other
more
stuff.
so like they feel alone. Like
Yeah.
they
It
literally
gets
feel like
more
they're by
emotional.
themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then you got to think about depression. Think about like if you in the hospital, you away from your husband, you away from your children, you away from your parents. You know what I'm saying? And then you just in there by yourself. They taking your phone from you. They like so you can't call nobody.
It's too much thinking.
It's
And
too
then they
much.
said,
Too
and,
much. Like, it's overwhelming.
Yeah, it's overwhelming.
and KD kind of put out there the other day we were talking about it, where the majority of the cases seem to be men.
Yeah. And remember I asked you when you said your cousin passed away. I'm like, was it a male?
Yeah.
Because I've heard of females, which I'm not saying that females have not died from it. I'm not saying that.
Right.
But what I'm saying is most of the cases that I've heard of have been African American men.
Yeah.
And not old men.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I've heard of women getting it, but then beating it. where men are literally dying every day from this shit.
I definitely know quite a few men that's dying.
We know 5 men just off the top of our head right now that
Yeah.
have passed away from it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just that's something that they need to think about too. And I feel like a lot of that is because women, we don't care about sitting home. We sit home, take care of our family anyway. Men can't sit still. You know what I'm saying? They gotta always be doing something. They gotta stay on the go. But that's something that they need to think about. Like this is attacking men more than women. It's a reason. We doing something completely different.
And that's what. So for me, I am still out there doing my thing. So I try to first off make sure I wear my mask. If they say that's gonna help, why not try it?
Don't say doing your thing.
No. As far as work, I'm an essential.
You sound like you just out there. Like,
No. So I am an essential worker.
I'm Michelle.
I'm an essential worker
Thank you.
in both fields of what I do, and all 3 fields honestly, because I feel like even motivating in this time is probably the biggest time when people need it.
The most,
So,
for sure.
But then we do take precautions. Like when he on his way home, he let me know. I bring all his shower stuff downstairs. So he walk in the door, get in the shower, take his dirty clothes, put them in the laundry room. So you know what I'm saying? So if he did get exposed to it on his clothes or whatever, he won't expose everybody in the house.
Right.
I mean, because we have 5 kids. We got my mother who was elderly that got fucking damn near everything wrong with her.
just don't need another.
COPD to rheumatoid arthritis to osteoarthritis. You know what I'm saying? Like she don't need to be infected by shit.
Right.
So
I do. I wear my mask. I wear my gloves. I sanitize as much as possible. I wash my hands. I keep my distance, which is not hard because I ain't really like being close to people like that anyway.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? I would text you from the same house if I, So, yo, take the trash out right quick. I need to start cooking.
Like, I don't care.
You know what I'm saying? But anybody have you guys ever thought about the fact that it's airborne? So they say. But I've never seen since it started. I've never seen any birds die. You know what I'm saying? Like just laid out on the ground dead, or any squirrels that just laid out somewhere. So I'm like, well, where did the air stop, or is it the way you breathe? Because I ain't no.
Is it the way you breathe?
Because the birds ain't got no mask on.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think they know enough.
I mean, think about it.
I don't think they know.
Y'all step president said to drink Lysol.
Step president.
That nigga said drink Lysol. And we don't do politics, so if you a Trump supporter, I don't give a fuck.
Ooh,
don't add me that shit.
I'm like Kanye. That's my guy. I'm playing.
You won't be getting your dick sucked if that's your guy.
No, I hate Trump, man. That nigga on my nerve, bro.
But since he's telling people to drink Lysol, I hope all his supporters drink Lysol. So come November, we can get somebody else.
But you know what? You know what I like.
Did you see the Trump teeny? It's like Clorox with Fabuloso. Wait.
I do like the fact that when he started giving, or when they started saying something about these little stimulus checks, and he put that little meme out, or somebody put the meme out, like, anybody who ever said I wasn't a president, y'all not getting it.
He thought he did something with that stimulus check, though.
Man.
Did y'all see the thing where it was like, where it was like $1,200 divided by 30 is $40?
Hilarious.
Talk about Trump tricking with y'all, and y'all okay with that?
Hilarious, man.
Okay, dog.
So, but yeah, please stay in if you can stay in. If you don't have to go out, don't go out.
Don't go out. Like,
I'm working on the same gas I had since the beginning of the isolation. Same tank.
Hey man, I got these barrels at work. I'm thinking about filling my barrels up with these 99-cent gas, so that way when they go back up to $7,
It's definitely gonna go back up.
then I want to be prepared. And so if y'all trying to get in on this, you know what I'm saying, let me know. I won't charge the $7, you know what I'm saying? But you can come fill up over here on your boy for sure. And we're gonna charge a little something. Not $7 though.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so y'all got anything else before I get in this message, man?
make sure y'all listen every week. Like, subscribe, and share.
Hey, I ain't even gonna bring that up. I'm gonna let that one go. We're gonna let that one go.
Don't let it go. What?
I don't want no trouble, man.
What?
I don't know if y'all been listening. You know what I'm saying? We know we got our faithful listening. I do believe that our last episode was our most controversial episode. It was controversial when we was recording it and I was getting in trouble. And it was controversial when we was getting messages about it after it dropped. Listen,
Shout out to
I
Matilda.
didn't even jump into the back and forth of the messages because I was like, she ain't about to get mad at me again. A whole time I'm like, nah. I'm telling the listener like, Katie's right. She is, no, don't put my name in this. This is your thought.
The thing is, I get what she was saying, but that's not how the conversation originally went. You flipped the conversation.
So we ain't even going there, but what I do want y'all to do is let's go back and listen to the episode if y'all ain't heard it, because this episode is totally different. We talking about something totally different out here. We ain't even on that no more. We don't even want to talk about that no more. We don't even want to kill the vibe. We just want to keep going.
Like I said, it's called Tribal Footage Africa.
Yeah. We don't want no trouble.
Duh.
Loyalty.
Bro, I'm done with you.
Loyalty.
But Matilda was definitely Team DCM, which don't happen that often, so enjoy
It don't.
it.
So I was definitely excited internally.
Yes,
I never let it show.
smiling so hard.
I never let it show because I didn't want no trouble. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, let me give y'all this message so y'all can get on up out of here and do nothing for the rest of this 14 day.
We got something to do.
So
Pop them bottles. Whatever you gotta pop.
Pop them cherries.
I was listening to a song during this quarantine time the other day on my way to work, and it was the Shine Bright Like a Diamond.
Oh.
Right? And I was like, I love it because the song is really talking about this moment right now. Mm-hmm. So you can't really shine bright unless you're going through a dark time. Mm-hmm. So that's when you shine the brightest, when you in the darkest spot. So we are currently in the darkest spot in our nation right now with people passing away from this coronavirus. Mm-hmm. So those who can shine in whatever way you should be able to shine in, this is the time when you should be shining bright like that diamond. Mm-hmm. So don't try to mimic everybody else. You know, if you do music, you should be shining bright in your music and making music that's getting people to where they need to be and, you know, helping people get through this. If you are a motivational speaker, you should be dropping videos, messages, whatever, however you do it. If you are a cook, you should be cooking in a way where you giving people what they need. You know, they like, yeah, I can't believe the coronavirus, but this steak is delicious. You know what I'm saying?
Don't take pictures because I don't want to see that nasty shit.
So with that being said, man, this is the time for you to shine bright like a diamond. Don't miss the opportunity. Nobody really cares about it when everybody's on top, but when it's needed, such as right now, we need you to shine bright like a diamond, man. So that's that message. It's your boy DTM, Deontay the Motivator.
Your girl KD.
Your hostess with the mostest.
And we will see you next week. Peace. Loyalty.